Can you change your vote in Arizona? It's one of the top Googled questions, and we've got the answer.
Plus, PolitiTikTok, how younger voters are getting their voices heard and showing who they support this election through the popular TikTok app.
And later this half hour, we'll break down how the Latino vote could impact the race to the White House.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Mackenzie Ellen Charmley.
And I'm Dylan McKim. Thank you for joining us. On the eve of election night 2020, the presidential and Senate races in Arizona are tightening. So will Arizona be flipped blue? Cronkite News reporter Sean Rice joins us now with the latest poll numbers on these contested races. Sean?
President Trump has closed the gap on Democratic challenger Joe Biden here in Arizona. According to Data Orbital, the candidates are now within 1 percentage point of each other when it comes to winning Arizona and the state's 11 electoral college votes. Of the 550 general election voters surveyed, 45.3% said they'd vote for Trump and 45.9% would elect Joe Biden. Just 0.6% of voters said they were firmly undecided. Data Orbital suggests the gap has closed because Republican voters are coming back to Trump. Plus, the 12 to 13% of Republican votes that Biden was taking is now down to 7.5%. George Kaloff, the president of Data Orbital, gave us his prediction for both races today.
My prediction right now is that the presidential race, we have it changed from toss-up to now leans Republicans. We do believe that President Trump will take it. We think he has the momentum in his back, and the way that the numbers are lining up still favors him. I think it's his race to lose. And I believe on the U.S. Senate race, we are taking that prediction from a leans Democrat to now a pure toss-up, but we also feel like the momentum is there to be able to allow Senator McSally to cross the finish line.
The survey also shows Martha McSally is receiving 46% of the vote, and Democrat Mark Kelly is polling at 47.1%, with 2.6% still undecided. Similar to the presidential race, the switch in trends can be attributed to the increased Republican traction as we get within 24 hours of election night. Millions of Americans have already cast their ballots ahead of this election day, smashing mail-in and early voting records and raising election officials' hopes that the eye-popping early vote totals will erase the potential problems, chaos, and conflict at the polls tomorrow. In the studio, Sean Rice, Cronkite News.
With the unconventional nature of voting in this year's election, many Arizonans have understandably had questions. One of those being, if I voted early, can I change my vote? Jay Coulter walks us through it.
The COVID-19 pandemic has forced the world to adapt in just about every facet of life, including how the public votes in elections. This year, we've seen record numbers of early voting and vote by mail in order for people to protect themselves and to alleviate overcrowding at the polls. But since it may have been many people's first time voting early, some are now wondering if they can change their vote, according to Google Trends. Any Arizona voter who registered for an early ballot had about a month to make their decision before Election Day. A culmination of delayed presidential debates, campaign visits that are happening to this day, and just the overall extra time has probably caused some voters to decide that they want to switch their vote. Unfortunately, Arizona voters cannot make any changes to their ballot once submitted, as Arizona does not allow second chance voting. However, if the early ballot is filled out but has yet to be sent in, the voter can vote in person for their new choice. If a voter chooses to do so, ID will be required, and then the early mail-in ballot will become void. Jay Coulter, Cronkite News.
If you do decide to vote in person, polls open at 6 a.m. tomorrow and will close at 7 p.m.
So far, more than 93 million Americans have cast their vote. But the campaign believes there's still more to be done, especially in the crucial swing states. So today, President Donald Trump will be barnstorming the battleground states of North Carolina, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin in his re-election bid's final hours, like he did in 2016.
We are going to win 4 more years in that very beautiful place called the White House. With your vote, we will continue to cut your taxes, cut regulations, support our great police.
This election, Trump faces an electorate grappling with the twin crisis of the coronavirus pandemic and an economic recession. Meanwhile, Biden's campaign is eyeing states like Georgia, Texas, and Arizona, which could be flipped. The former vice president has put steady experience at the core of his campaign pitch and criticizing Trump's character and especially his handling of the coronavirus pandemic.
We're done. We're tired of the tweets, the anger, the hate, the failure, the irresponsibility.
President Trump has said his tweets are the only way he can get a message directly to voters. But candidates and campaigns are not the only ones using social media to spread the word, as Cronkite News reporter Carolina Hassett reports from our Washington bureau.
President Trump made Twitter a vital part of the campaign toolkit with his 2016 campaign. But this year, there's a new social media app on the block, TikTok. And what started as a hobby has quickly become the election app of choice for some young voters. Gearing up for a big election, there are many ways to motivate people to vote.
This is our moment. This is our mission.
The best is yet to come.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
But to Arizona TikToker Muscles and Nursing, that's just noise. He thinks there's a better way.
I listen better to my people than, those people who are running the campaigns. I think you can have more of an impact with that.
Because TikTok does not allow political ads, experts agree the app lets people connect and educate each other on issues and candidates without interference from politicians, which may influence voters more.
People are connecting in different ways than they have before. And just getting an ad on TV is not going to move a voter.
Campbell thinks social media gives candidates the opportunity to connect with their voters before sending in their ballots.
We have all seen Kamala Harris coming off the plane in her Converse. We have seen that video over and over and over again, and you connect with her as a candidate when you are a 20, 30-something-year-old wearing your own Converse.
With over 47,000 followers, Phoenix TikToker Rye Taylor uses her platform to encourage those who may feel alone when it comes to certain political issues.
I feel like it's important to let people know that they're not the only ones who feel that way or want to vote the way that they vote.
Arizona political consultant Paul Bentz has seen the power of TikTok firsthand. Because of the app, he says his young daughters know
more about this election than I ever knew as a 14-year-old, and I have to assume at least some of that comes from avenues like TikTok.
The Trump administration has threatened to ban the Chinese-developed app as a security risk, but users say they will find ways to share on the app because of what it gives them.
I am a Latina woman and I am lesbian. And I feel like it's important that people understand that they're voting for human rights at this point.
I'm not voting for one person or another. I'm voting for somebody who believes in science and is going to protect nurses.
The Trump administration has said several times it would block TikTok, but the latest move was blocked last week by a federal judge. And TikTok's fans are confident it will be around for a long time to come. In Washington, Carolina Hassett, Cronkite News.
In case you need help getting to the polls tomorrow, you'll have several options. Rideshare companies Uber and Lyft are offering discounted rates to polling locations. Lyft is offering half off one ride up to $10 to any polling place or drop-off location using the code 2020VOTE. And Uber is offering half off round-trip rides to and from polling locations up to $7 each way or $14 round-trip. The car rental company Hertz will be giving you one freebie day when you rent for 2 or more days starting today. And the nonprofit organizations Mi Familia Vota and Next Gen America will offer free rides for voters.
If you live in Maricopa County, there are over 100 voting locations you can go to drop off ballots or vote in person. Just go to recorder.maricopa.gov/pollingplace to see a complete list of locations. All you have to do is type in your address and the closest polling place will pop up, depending on what services you need. All locations will show their hours, estimated wait times, and how many people are in line at the moment. You can count on Arizona PBS for your election night coverage. PBS NewsHour national coverage starts at 6 p.m. on PBS 8.1. After that, stay tuned for Arizona Horizon's local election coverage from 10 to 11. On 8.3, you can watch Cronkite News election coverage from 7 to 8. Then Indian Country Today will provide coverage until 10 p.m.
A member of the White House's coronavirus task force may be skating on thin ice. During President Trump's campaign stop in Florida yesterday, the crowd started chanting "Fire Fauci." They were referring to Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's leading expert on infection diseases. The president responded, appearing to suggest he would do just that.
Don't tell anybody, but let me wait till a little bit after the election. I appreciate the advice. I appreciate it. No, he's been wrong on a lot. He's a nice man, though. He's been wrong on a lot.
Over the past few months, Trump and Fauci have been at odds regarding COVID-19. On Saturday, Fauci told the Washington Post that the Trump administration mishandled the pandemic. Fauci previously said he doesn't brief the president on the issue and has been replaced by Dr. Scott Atlas. As of today, there have been more than 9.2 million cases in the U.S., with more than 230,000 fatalities, according to Johns Hopkins University. Here in Arizona, health officials reported 666 new coronavirus cases this morning and 1 additional death. This brings the state's totals to over 248,000 cases and nearly 6,000 deaths related to the virus.
With COVID-19 cases continuing to climb, everyone is at risk, including Arizona athletes. Cronkite News reporter Rachel Phillips gives us the latest on the current outbreak with the Cardinals.
The Cardinals had 2 players test positive for COVID-19 over the weekend. Former Desert Vista standout linebacker Devin Kennard announced on Twitter today that he is one of the players. The other is former Saguaro High School player cornerback Byron Murphy. It's not all bad news for the 5-2 team. The contact tracing shows there was minimal impact, and all tests came back negative on Sunday.
We knew that we were going up against a virus this year, as well as playing football teams, and we knew at some point this would be something that we would have to deal with.
Guys, I think have a good understanding of how we'll handle this, how we'll move forward, and we can't let it affect our mentality or how we approach the next week's game.
The team practiced early today after coming off a bye week and is scheduled to host the 4-3 Miami Dolphins on Sunday, with kickoff set for 2:25. In the Broadcast Center, Rachel Phillips, Cronkite News.
Coming up next on Cronkite News, Pac-12 patience. We'll tell you how Pac-12 players are making the most of their unexpected time off to learn more about the game of football.
Ready to watch the best of PBS anytime, anywhere, on nearly any device? It's easy with the free PBS Video app. Simply download the PBS Video app on your mobile or streaming device. Now you can watch the latest PBS episodes or catch up on the shows you missed. Discover new favorites from PBS and local content from your PBS station.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. I don't go anywhere without my passport. Thanks to PBS Passport, you can watch all my travel specials. This exclusive streaming service is just for our members. Not only can you see all my shows, but you can see thousands of hours of your favorite public television shows. Become a member today.
Here we go. Lights up. Whoa.
As artists, we conduct our educations in public. You can never know whether it's going to be a success. One just has to risk it.
It's you and the work and the place. It's a very particular relationship.
Here's our lens. Tell us what you think.
Friday night at 9 on Arizona PBS.
Ready to watch the best of PBS anytime, anywhere, on nearly any device? It's easy with the free PBS Video app. Simply download the PBS Video app on your mobile or streaming device. Now you can watch the latest PBS episodes or catch up on the shows you missed. And when you support your local station, you can get PBS Passport, giving you access to more episodes, more specials, more of what you love.
The Pac-12 Conference is the last of the Power 5 to start football. Kelsey Khaleesi has the story on what players have been doing as they wait for kickoff.
To the end zone.
From the ACC to the Big Ten, college football players have returned to the field. But out here in the West, Pac-12 players are being told to wait, and players are being as patient as possible. Oregon State's Jamar Jefferson put it succinctly.
It's good, but it's bad.
Arizona quarterback Grant Gunnell says he watches other teams reluctantly.
I've been watching college football every Saturday because I don't really have anything else to do. So,
due to precautions based on the COVID-19 pandemic, the Pac-12 didn't declare it would even have a season until most school seasons were underway. But after a long wait, Pac-12 fans can sit back on their couch and watch as their teams take the field starting November 7th. In the meantime, Utah's Britton Covey said him and his teammates had to take on a different role.
I feel like everybody's kind of becoming a student of the game.
Players are learning. Quarterbacks Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Jaden Daniels have taken the time to learn and get inspired.
Just being able to watch a few quarterbacks here and there and how they handle situations, I definitely learned a lot from that too.
I'm very interested in watching the guys that are in my class, Spencer Rattler, Bo Nix, Sam Howell, just seeing what those guys are doing so far. Just happy for their success.
Washington's Elijah Molden and Colorado's William Sherman focus on how each team deals with the off-field competition, COVID.
COVID's kind of the great equalizer, and the teams that are able to manage it have a much better chance at beating a team that might, be more talented than them. So
it just goes to show you that, anyone can, be successful this year, and everything is up for grabs.
With only 2 appearances since the beginning of the college football playoff, the Pac-12 Conference would love to see the postseason. In Los Angeles, Kelsey Calasi, Cronkite News.
The Pac-12 kicks off its 7-game conference-only schedule this Saturday.
Finally tonight, an asteroid is set to scream past Earth just before Election Day. But don't worry, the 6.5-foot space rock isn't big enough to do any damage. Renowned astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson said the refrigerator-sized asteroid may, quote, buzz cut Earth Monday. But he said it's too small to cause harm. Plus, according to USA Today, NASA previously said there's only a 0.41% chance it will enter our atmosphere, and even then, it would disintegrate because it's so small. Asteroid 2018 VP1, as it is called, was discovered in 2018. That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
The Latino vote has the potential to make a big impact in the upcoming election. We break it down next.
Hello, Randy. Are you ready to break it down? We're going to
Absolutely.
talk today about demystifying the Latino vote. A couple weeks ago, I saw this article that said that Trump was leading with Latinos in Florida. And I said, what? I have to look at what this story is about. And so it turns out, as we know, Florida is a very big state. And in this particular county, I guess, we could say it was predominantly Cuban Americans and Venezuelans. And in this group of Latinos have a very different history than, say, Mexicans or Puerto Ricans. And they come from countries that had dictatorships. And so in this particular area, the Trump campaign was saying, you don't want to vote for Biden because Biden is a socialist. And if he becomes president, it'll be just like Venezuela and Cuba. And then they start doing some more research, and in another county or area in Florida, it's predominantly Puerto Rican. And in this area, they were talking about, well, you want to vote for Biden because look at the terrible job that Trump did after the hurricanes in Puerto Rico, and look at how he responded. And you need a president that would be more thoughtful, like a Biden, than say a Trump. I just think it's fascinating. So as we know, Latinos are not monolithic. We're not all the same. Lots of issues come into play, such as identity, history, where you live, how long you've been in the country, wealth, how old you are. Younger tend to be more liberal. And so I wanted to see, based on your experience, what are your thoughts, or how do you see in Arizona, which we know are predominantly people of Mexican origin, what has been your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this year everyone discovered Latino voters for the first time and is learning a lot of different things about us. I think that's unfortunate. I also think it's an opportunity, right, for folks across the country to see how to talk to our community, what issues that we care about. I think, as you said, we're not a monolithic block, right? So folks that are in Florida might be leaning one way for the presidential, and folks here are leaning a different way because of the different experiences they've had. Folks in Arizona are closer to the immigration experience a lot of times, or experience it in a different way, or experienced it more recently than folks that are in Florida. But I mean, across the board, the things that really bring Latino voters together are the issues that we care about. We care about the economy, we care about the coronavirus response, we care about access to healthcare, we care about making sure that you have good paying jobs and good schools for your kids. So I think that a lot of times we can get super caught up in trying to reach individual communities very differently, when if you just have a really strong message, a platform, and something that's going to lift folks up out of the situation that they might be in now, you're going to land in a good spot, whether you're a presidential candidate or you're a down ballot candidate. But here in Arizona, folks care about those issues. Polling shows that Latinos here are supporting Biden at a very, very high rate. There was a recent poll that came out last week from Eki's research that I think was 62-29. So we have a lot of work to do. We have to earn that vote. But it's not this kind of disaster that I think that folks are talking about nationally.
Yeah, I definitely agree that Latinos overwhelmingly are aligned with the Democratic Party. So looking at these, groups that are not aligning with the Democratic Party, there's some interesting identity factors that we tend to overlook. And so the first one, I guess, was religion. And so the evangelicals are definitely in support of Trump. And this comes down to an issue of right to life as certainly a really important issue. That's why this new Supreme Court justice that they're thinking of appointing definitely would be in alignment with these evangelical Latinos. And smartly so. I think that's what I think he's trying to do by courting this particular group. You know what else is interesting, Randy, is that, and maybe what's your experience? I think Latinos, when they say, so for example, I'll say I'm Mexican American. I don't necessarily say I'm a Latina, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? How do you, that issue of identity?
I think a lot of times, I mean, folks in my world identify as Latino or Latinx is what I hear most of the time. I think to the point that you just made about the right to life and the evangelical vote is actually really interesting because to understand the tie-in between the Supreme Court pick and Roe v. Wade potentially disappearing, you really have to understand the entire confirmation process, the government, the Senate, and we know that a lot of folks in our community have not been invested in their civic education, right? And so they might not even understand the relationship between those two pieces. So there's multiple steps that have to happen for folks to get there. I work at a place called Lucha where we do a ton of education with folks about how the government even works, because we know that folks just don't have access to it. And so I think that's one important piece. I used to do a lot of campaigns down in South Phoenix, and that was the first time that I really saw the split among evangelical voters around choice. If you're a single issue voter, you're just not on the table this year, and campaigns aren't then reaching out to you from the other side. They might be trying to turn you out if you're Trump. And that's what I think a lot of these Latinos for Trump events are. They might seem really loud and get a lot of media coverage because they're like kind of weird and they go against the grain of the polling and all these things. But this is a very small, select population of folks that are doing this, and it's not the overwhelming majority. So I think the media has created a bit of a false narrative around this. I think it's unfortunate because it also gives a permission for folks who might be thinking about supporting Trump but know it's not the right thing to do to actually go ahead and do it. Mostly Latino men are the issue in that polling, and the issue of folks that are part of those Latinos for Trump. That's kind of where we are right now.
Yeah, so you made a really great point, of course, that you may identify as Latino or Latinx, and obviously I'm much older than you. And I know but I mean, we have it's interesting because we think about generational as well as age. All this plays into identity. So, other studies may show that newly naturalized Latinos that become U.S. citizens are more likely to align with the Democratic Party. Older, more possibly maybe the state that you live in, if it's predominantly Republican, Latinos will align. So for example, Texans, Latino in Texas may be more aligned with the Republican Party. So regional issues is really important. I totally agree with you about this idea of one issue voting and I don't think we all understand the process, right? And to just have that one particular issue that Latinos align with, I think it's much, much more complicated than that, right?
Go ahead. I also think that folks don't entirely know where we stand because we haven't engaged at a super high level, right?
That's
so there's 32 million eligible Latinos across the country. How many are actually registered to vote? About half, maybe a little higher than half. And how many actually are going to participate this year? So until we're moving at the same rate as white voters, which we need the investment in, and we're asking every day for folks to invest in our community in the right way, we're not going to know where folks are totally falling on the spectrum. I think Latino turnout in Arizona has increased about 50% since 2014. In 2018, we were about 23% of the electorate, which was a massive increase, but still not there. We're about 30% of the state's eligible voters.
Yeah, I keep seeing that we're a swing state because of the Latino demographics. We're growing, we're getting older. That's the other big part, is that Latinos tend to be younger. So let's see how the party plays out. This has been great, Randy. I'm glad we got to break it down and talk about this. It's always great to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. Thanks for having me on.
This hour of local news is made possible by contributions from the Friends of PBS, members of your PBS station. Thank you. If you have comments about Arizona PBS News, please contact us at one of the addresses on your screen. Thank you. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Heritage Reverse Mortgage, now offering refinancing on existing reverse mortgages. Refinancing may impact interest rates, closing costs, and customer access to equity funds. Consultation with a Heritage Mortgage Specialist is available at 888-379-9040.
Deanne Griebel, now with Moores & Cabot Investments, serving investors since 1890, proudly supports quality programming on 8 Arizona PBS, 480-725-9602.
Hospice of the Valley, medical, social, and spiritual care for patients nearing end of life, and support for their families. A not-for-profit community hospice. HOV.org.
We are taking back our country. Battle for the soul of America.
As America faces an historic choice, the election year tradition critics have called a fair and humanizing look at both candidates.
Tonight at 8 on Arizona PBS.
This month in Passport, your on-demand library of the best of PBS.
I've known the family for years. I never, ever dreamt it would end like this.
Across the globe, islands are home to some of the most remarkable animals and extraordinary cultures on the planet.
I'm Scott Yu. Come with me to uncover how a country boy became the most influential composer of all time.
These and other shows are available with Passport. Become a member of this PBS station. Sign in and start streaming today.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
An historic election.
This is the most important election in our lifetime. I feel so powerful. I'll walk into that audience.
A test for democracy.
The White House has really been transformed.
At a time like this,
A lot of enthusiasm.
a trusted voice.
A moment that's unlike any other.
Election 2020, a PBS NewsHour special.
Tuesday night at 6 on Arizona PBS. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
The Persian Room. Travel to another world, to a land of exotic aromas and period decor for a fine dining experience. The Persian Room in North Scottsdale on Scottsdale Road, 1 light north of Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard. Gourmet exotic cuisine at its best.
The Palazzo, remaining safe and socially distant while open for tours, offering independent or assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab, including activities, exercise, live music, even a pool and wine cellar. Redefining senior living, the Palazzo.
The general election is November 3rd. Voting locations are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Election Day. Remember to bring appropriate ID. You can also return your ballot by mail in person. For locations and more, visit arizona.vote.
Good evening. I'm Judy Woodruff on the NewsHour tonight. One day more. The candidates deliver their closing messages to